Rome, Egypt, Greece, the civilizations we all know. We've all heard about them and maybe learned about them in school. Located in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, the Kingdom of Aksum was one of the largest and most influential empires in Africa during the ancient period. This advanced Bronze Age civilization flourished in the northwestern regions of the Indian subcontinent, primarily in present-day Pakistan and parts of India. Very little is known about it because most of the discoveries are yet to be uncovered. The Khmer Empire reached its zenith during the 12th and 13th centuries under the reign of Jayavarman VII. Its influence extended from the eastern coast of the Gulf of Thailand to the western foothills of the Himalayas. If you want to learn more about the Roman, Egyptian, or Greek empires, click on these videos. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and comment. See you next time. Angkor, the empire's capital, was once the largest inhabited area in the world. The empire's golden age began with Suryavarman II, who initiated massive public works programs, built vast irrigation systems, and strengthened the military. But it was under Jayavarman VII that the Khmer reached the peak of their power and prosperity. During Jayavarman VII's reign, the empire enjoyed unprecedented territorial expansion, reaching as far south as the Malay Peninsula and as far north as southern China. He established a new capital in Angkor Thom and built magnificent temples like Bayon and Ta Prohm. Jayavarman also introduced a new religion, a blend of Hinduism and Buddhism, which became the state religion of the Khmer. Unfortunately, the empire's fortunes took a downturn after Jayavarman's death. Frequent attacks by neighboring powers, combined with environmental challenges and dwindling resources, led to the empire's collapse in the 5th-10th century. However, the Khmer legacy lives on in the awe-inspiring ruins of Angkor and the cultural contributions that continue to shape Cambodia today. However, what has been found so far is enough to show how advanced this civilization was. While empires like Rome may dominate our collective memory, it is essential to recognize and appreciate the equally impressive achievements of civilizations such as the Kingdom of the Indus Valley, Mali, and Khmer. Their contributions to art, culture, architecture, governance, and trade have left an indelible mark on our world. As we continue to explore the annals of history, let us ensure that these often overlooked empires receive the recognition they deserve. Let us delve deeper into the stories of these civilizations, uncover their hidden legacies, and celebrate the diversity of human achievement across the globe. By doing so, we not only honor their rich heritage, but also gain a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of our world and the shared history that binds us all. The two most prominent cities of the Indus Valley civilization, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, are architectural marvels. They were meticulously planned cities with advanced urban infrastructure, including sophisticated drainage systems, public baths, and wide streets. Unlike other contemporary civilizations, the Indus people built their cities on a grid pattern with carefully aligned streets. The discovery of seals bearing inscribed scripts suggests that the civilization had developed a writing system, although it remains undiscovered. They also had a standardized system of weights and measures, indicating a highly organized society. Moreover, the civilization's engagement in long-distance trade networks is evident from the discovery of artifacts from Mesopotamia and other regions. Despite its sophistication, the Indus Valley civilization mysteriously declined around 1800 BC, possibly due to factors such as climate change, natural disasters, or the drying up of the Saraswati River, which could have disrupted their water supply and agricultural economy. Though many mysteries surround this civilization, ongoing excavations continue to shed light on its rich history, reminding us of the remarkable achievements of ancient South Asia. It is now largely forgotten by most people, but its accomplishments were quite impressive. At its peak, the Mali Empire stretched from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the edge of the Sahara Desert in the east, controlling the entire western Sudan region. Founded by the legendary Sundiata Keita, the empire rapidly expanded, incorporating diverse ethnic groups and kingdoms under its rule. The second king, Mansa Musa, took the empire to new heights, becoming one of the wealthiest rulers in history. Under his reign, the empire's wealth increased significantly due to the flourishing gold and salt trade. In fact, Mali controlled the largest gold mine in the world at the time, which contributed to the immense wealth of the empire. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Mali Empire was its cosmopolitan cities. The capital city of Niani, and later Timbuktu, became centers of scholarship, trade, and cultural exchange. They attracted merchants, scholars, and travelers from across the known world. The University of Sankore, in particular, became renowned for its esteemed faculty and attracted students from as far away as North Africa and Europe. Furthermore, the empire's rulers were ardent patrons of the arts and architecture. Grand mosques, palaces, and tombs were constructed, showcasing the empire's wealth and cultural sophistication. Unfortunately, internal conflicts and external pressures eventually led to the decline of the Mali Empire in the 16th century. However, its legacy lived on through its successor states and left an indelible mark on West African history. At its peak, The kingdom stretched from the Red Sea in the east to the Nile River in the west, encompassing parts of modern-day Ethiopia, Eritrea, and northern Sudan. The kingdom's capital city Axum was a major center of trade and commerce, linking the Mediterranean world with the riches of the Indian Ocean. Thanks to its strategic location along important trade routes, the kingdom became very rich thanks to trade. They were trading ivory, gold, incense, tortoise shell, and exotic animals with the rest of the world. What made them so successful was the introduction of a centralized currency. In fact, they are considered to be the first in the world to introduce a standardized system of coinage, which helped to boost trade and economic activity throughout the empire. They were also the first to adopt a new technology from the outside world. When the rest of Africa was still using bows and arrows, the kingdom of Axum adopted the sword and shield from the Middle East, giving them a military advantage against their neighbors. By the 5th century, when Rome had fallen, the kingdom of Axum was at its peak of power. King Azana was the first ruler to convert to Christianity, and he played a pivotal role in the spread of the religion throughout the empire. Axumite architecture is another accomplishment worth mentioning. Many impressive obelisks and stelae were erected during this era, including the famous 24-meter-tall King Azana stele. These monuments showcase the kingdom's wealth and architectural prowess. Though much of the kingdom was lost to the Islamic conquests of the 7th century, the kingdom of Axum left an enduring legacy on Ethiopian culture, language, and religion. But what about the others? The kingdoms whose influence stretches just as far, if not farther than Rome, whose contributions to art and culture are just as great, if not greater. For every Roman emperor, there was an African king who stretched his dominion from the Sahara to the Red Sea. For every wonder of the ancient world, there was another civilization creating their own equally impressive structures at the same time. Here are some of the most powerful civilizations you may have never heard about. Welcome to my channel. Today we will explore the kingdom of Axum from 100 to 940 AD. And now we travel back in time to 2800 BC to 1800 BC to discover the Indus Valley Civilization, from North Africa to northwestern India. Now let us travel to West Africa to explore the Mali Empire from 1230 to 1670. We now go to Southeast Asia to examine the Khmer Empire from 800 to 1431. Located in the heart of mainland Southeast Asia, from Mali to Khmer, these lesser-known empires offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human history. What are your thoughts on these forgotten empires? Did you learn something new?